अजरो अमर है परम सतयु, काया के दुख सुख समझाए, सदसार की शरणागत की, शरणार की शरणागत के, सद प्रतिपाल हरि। हे दीन दयाल हरि, हे कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि। तुम करता तुम ही कारण, तुम करता तुम ही कारण, परम कृपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि, हे कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि, हे कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि।
We're good. All right. Om Shri Padmatmani Namaham. Mainly for the interest of time, I'm not going to sing a song. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but Uncle Barrier is right. You have to start standing. And take some flowers in your hands as well. Om Shri Padmatmani Namaham. Om Namaste devotees and Jai Sita Ram. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to our Sunday morning satsang. This very, I would say, nice and cool. To me, that's like perfect. Sunday, September 17th, 2023. As we commence with our puja for today, devotees, I ask that we get our minds, our bodies, and our souls ready for our prayers for today. We start off by clasping our hands and closing our eyes. I want you to take a deep breath in, and as you inhale, I want you to feel the air filling, starting from the bottom of your lungs all the way to the top. And then slowly, with control, exhale. And as you do, relax your spine, relax your shoulders, relax your neck, your forehead, and then relax your entire body. With your eyes remaining closed, devotees, I want you to focus on a form of Bhagwan that's most pleasing to you. one that helps you concentrate, focus, and maintain devotion. And join together with me as we chant our opening prayers. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudachyati Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyati Ishavasyam Idam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat Tena Tyakdena Bhunjitha Mangrudhakasya Swedhanam Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. We offer prayers to Prithvi Mata as we bless and sanctify the seat onto which we sit. Om Samutra Vasane Devi Parvatastane Manditim Vishnu Patnim Namastubhyam Padasparsham Kshamaswame Om Prithvi Tvaya Dratha Lokam Devi Tvam Vishnuna Dratha Tvam Shadharyamam Devi Pavitram Kuruchasanam Om Shri Prithvi Devaya Namaham. Go ahead and take your flowers, place them down on the altar, and take your seat. You okay, Uncle Barry? Your legs are okay? Okay. Go ahead and take some water in your right hand and wash your hands. Om Hasta Prakshalanam Samarpayami Govindaya Namaha. We sip water 3 times to purify our body. So you're going to put your pointer finger and your thumb together and place it on top of your hand. And then you'll drink the water when I say Swaha. Om Amrito Pastaranamasi Swaha. Om Amrita Pinhanamasi Swaha. Om Satyam Yashaha Shri Mai Shri Shrayatam Swaha. We wash our hands again. Om Apavitra Pavitra Sarava Vashnam Gatopiva Yahasmerita Pundari Kaksham Sabhayabhyam Tada Shuchi Om. Good. Om. Place some chandan on your forehead. Om Chandanasya Mahatpunyam Pavitram Papanashanam Aparam Harati Nityam Lakshmi Stishtade Sarvanaum. Oh yeah. Hold on one second. I'm just a little. Okay, I'm good now. Huh? Yeah. Good. All right. We take water in our left hand. Put it back. Take water in your left hand now. As we commence with Ang Sparsh, as we bless the various parts of our body. We touch our lips first. Om Wang Me Asiastu. We ask, O Lord, by thy grace, may my tongue be ever blessed with the power of speech. Om Nasor Me Pranurastu. We ask, O Lord, by my nostrils be blessed with healthy, vital air. Our eyes. Om Akshor Me Chakshurastu. We ask, O Lord, by my eyes be blessed with the perfect power of vision. Ears. Om Kanyor Me Shrotamastu. We ask, O Lord, by my ears be blessed with the power of hearing. Our arms. Om Bahor Me Balamastu. We ask, O Lord, by my arms be blessed with strength. Our legs next. Om Odhorame Ojuastu. We ask, O Lord, may my legs be blessed with vitality, and then the rest of our body. Om Marishnani Miyanyani Tanusthanwa Me Sahasantu. We ask, O Lord, may all the other parts of my body be safe from harm, rendering them healthy and sound for life's daily work. Go ahead and take another flower in your hand. And devotees, we join together now as we commence in chanting the most powerful Gayatri Mantra. Om Magakshe Varade Devi Akshare Brahmavadini Gayatri Jagat Matar Vishwayoni Namostute. Om Bhuri Bhuvaswa Savitur Bharenyam Bhargo Nevasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayata. Om Bhuri Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Bharenyam Bhargo Nevasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayata. Om Bhuri Bhuvaswa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Nevasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Hari Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Prem se bolo Gayatri Mata ki jai. Place your flower down on the altar. And as we continue to learn about our various Gayatri mantras, devotees, we cover a few that are going to be very important, especially with what's going to be happening in the next couple of days, or the next day or so, which is Ganesh Chaturthi. And so there's a few that I wanted to talk about. So we have Lord Ganesh and Mother Gauri. And whenever you do Ganesh Chaturthi, you also offer prayers to Mother Gauri. It's a little different in the aspect of how we worship, though. For Ganesh Chaturthi, you're supposed to make a murti of Lord Ganesh and submerge that murti in the water. Now, I went to the store the other day, and they had all of these very beautiful murtis that you could essentially offer into the water. We really shouldn't be offering full murtis, though. If you read the Puranas, it talks about the appropriate way to celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi. You're supposed to make your own murti out of earth, submerge it in the water, and let it dissolve. What's the problem with the murtis at the store? They're not dissolvable. They're usually made out of stone, or they're usually made out of, I would say, hardened clay, something that doesn't necessarily easily dissolve. So you're supposed to have your own murti, make a representation of Lord Ganesh, and submerge it into the water. I'll make that readily apparent for those who are going to be celebrating tomorrow night. But when you offer your prayers to Lord Ganesh, you also offer prayers to Mother Gauri. And like we said, when we offer those prayers, because we've already covered the Lord Ganesh mantra, for Mother Gauri, a little bit different. Again, that third line is going to be her name, Tano Gauri Prachodayat. Tano Prachodayat, first, last words, Gauri in the middle. The first line is just another name that she may have. And you hear this in prayers every once in a while. So for Mother Gauri, the first line is Om Girijaya Vidamehi. Om Girijaya Vidamehi. And then you hear a little bit more about her lineage, or how she was created. Om Shiva Priyaya Dhimahi. Then Tono Gauri Prachodayat. So the first line, Om Girijaya Vidamehi. Second line, Shiva Priyaya Dhimahi. And then the last line, Tono Gauri Prachodayat. It's always important to hit those really long notes, because those are what really make these mantras as sacred and as powerful as they are. So in that first line, it's Girijaya Vidamehi. The second is Shiva Priyaya Dhimahi. And the last line, then Nongari Prachodayat. You hear the long like syllables in each one of those things. So the first line, Om Girijaya Vidamehi. Shiva Priyaya Dhimahi. Then Nongari Prachodayat. Again, it's what really makes a mantra as powerful as it is. Om Girijaya Vidamehi. Shiva Priyaya Dhimahi. Then Nongari Prachodayat. Very auspicious mantra for a very auspicious period of time in our lives. And with that being said, we've covered the fact that Ganesh Chaturthi is happening tomorrow. Take a red flower in your hands. I was helping out with a wedding this week, and I asked the bride and the bridegroom, what does Lord Ganesh represent? And there's that understanding that Lord Ganesh represents removal of obstacles. That's what we've been told historically. So then I said, did you also realize he creates obstacles for you? And the look in the audience was a little like, what? Don't put an obstacle in front of the bride and the groom. But then the question here is an obstacle a bad thing? So that's what I had to ask them. I was making them think very critically. Is an obstacle in our way a bad thing? You take a test, and you don't get a good grade? Does your teacher just tell you got a bad grade? No, not necessarily. They'll go through the tests and they'll mark what was wrong and maybe what you did wrong. How do we make sure we do good on the next test? Study harder. Okay, sure. That's one way. Prepare better. Sure. You failed on this test, so what do you have to do to make sure you're ready for the next test? Learn from your mistakes that you made on the first test. You think you're going to do well on that? Any teacher, if I do bad on my first test and I don't learn from the mistakes, will I most likely do well on my next one? No. We have to learn from those mistakes. Those are the obstacles that get put in our way. And now we expand it from just our own personal math test to our daily lives. Time and time again, we will make mistakes. It's up to us to learn from those mistakes. If we touch a stove and we burn our hand, are we going to touch the stove again? Exceptions. No, most likely not. If we cut ourselves while shaving, will we try to make that same mistake again? Hopefully not. Sometimes we do. We have to learn from those obstacles that get put in our way to help us grow, to help us become who we are. So Ganesh Chaturthi tomorrow is very auspicious and sacred in the sense that it does two things. We ask Lord Ganesh to remove any unnecessary obstacles from our life. We don't need unnecessary obstacles. I equated that to like a bee flying in when we were doing puja, and guess what happened right after I said that? A bee flew right in. And they ignored it. They were like, that's an unnecessary obstacle. I don't need it. It was a carpenter bee, so nothing really to worry about. They ignored that obstacle. And we ask him to remove those unnecessary obstacles in our life, but place obstacles in a way that help us learn, help us grow, help us define who we are. So as you all celebrate tomorrow, I want you to understand, that's not what you're asking Lord Ganesh, that's what we're getting from him as you perform your pujas tomorrow night. But as we prepare for tomorrow night, I want you to join together with me as we offer prayers and obediences to that remover, destroyer, but remember, also creator of all obstacles, the Lord Ganesh. Om Shri Ganapati Namaham. Om Jananam Bhutam Dhanadhi Sevitam Kapita Jambu Palacharam Akshanam Om Asutam Shoka Vinashakarakam Namami Viganeshwara Pada Pankajam Namami Viganeshwara Pada Pankajam. At this time, devotees, I request that we have one bhajan dedicated to Lord Ganesh as we commence with the puja up front at this time. Tim David, I think you're supposed to be using the black or blue mics. The gray and the orange are for other.
Let's see, I'm going to try this new song and practice it.
Jai Ganesh Gananath Dayarit Sakal Vidan Kar Pura Hamare. Jai Ganesh Gananath Dayarit Sakal Vidan Kar Dur Hamare. Jai Ganesh Gananath Dayarit Sakal Vidan Kar Dur Hamare. Pratan Dare Jo Gyan Tumaro, Pratan Dare Jo Gyan Tumaro, Kis Puran Kar Raj Sahare. Jai Ganesh Gananath Dayarit Sakal Vidan Kar Dur Hamare. Lambodar Jar Varana Manohar, Lambodar Jar Varana Manohar, Lambodar Varadana Manohar, Lambodar Varadana Manohar, Kar Trishula Pasundahare, Kar Trishula Pasundahare. Jai Ganesh Ganajanath Sakal Vidan Kar Dur Hamare. जय गणेश गणनाथ दयालत सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे। प्रतन मरे जो ज्ञान तुम्हारो, प्रतन दरे जो ज्ञान तुम्हारो, किस पूरन कर राज सहारे। जय गणेश गणनाथ सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे। रिद्धि सिद्धि तोर, रिद्धि सिद्धि चरण तुम्हारे। I can't go more. I can't do anymore. Yeah. जय गणेश गण जान तुम्हार, सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे। जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानित सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे। सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे, सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे।
That was a very nice song, Tim Dobbit. I like that. It's okay. He got through it, and that's what matters. It was a wonderful, beautiful song. Yeah. Oh, I can tell by the words. I'm learning better to interpret on the spot. That's fine. Go ahead and take another red flower in your hand. And devotees, we join together as we offer final prayers, so final pratana to Lord Ganesh. Om Shri Ganapataye Namaham. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kurumi Deva Sarvakari Susarvana. Om Raksha Raksha Ghana Dhaksha Rakshantri Lokya Rakshakar Bhaktanam Bhayam Kartha Trata Bhava Bhavaranavar. Om Shriman Mahangana Pataye Namah. Prem se Bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai. You're going to place your flowers down right here in front of Lord Ganesh. Good. And we'll take some white flowers in our hands next. And we join together, devotees, as we offer prayers to that mother of knowledge and learning, that mother who provides clarity of mind, and that mother who assists us in turning that knowledge into wisdom. We offer prayers to Mother Saraswati. Om Maha Saraswati Namaham. Om Saraswati Mahamagi Vidye Kamala Luchini Vidyarupe Vishalakshi Vidyam Dehi Namostute. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhiram Bhavatu Me Sada. Siddhiram Bhavatu Me Sada. Om Maha Saraswati Namaham. Place your flowers down right there. Tejas is going to hand you a lighter, and you're going to light this diya right here. Afterwards, you're going to take some pink flowers in your hands, and we light that diya to represent that mother of light in this universe, that mother of monetary and spiritual wealth. We offer praise to Lakshmi Mata. He wants you to melt the ghee around as well. Om Lakshmi Karotu Kalyanam Arogyam Dana Sampadam Mama Shatru Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute. Om Namaste Astu Mahamai Shri Pite Sarapujite Shankha Chakra Garahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute. Take some pink flowers and hold on to it as well. Om Namaste Garura Rudhi Kolasura Bhayankari Sarva Papa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Sarvagye Sarvavarare Sarvarushna Bhayankari Sarvadukha Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayani Mantramurti Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Adyantarhate Devi Adya Shakti Maheshwari Yoghanje Yogha Sambhote Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Stula Sukshma Maharondre Mahashakti Mahodare Mahapapa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Padmasanastati Devi Parabrahma Swarupini Paramishi Jagana Matar Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Shvetambardhare Devi Nana Lankare Bhushate Jagatastati Jagana Matar Mahalakshmi Namostute. Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Mahalakshmi Namaham. Place your flowers down right here in front of the diya, and then take some yellow flowers in your hands. And we join together, devotees, as we offer prayers and obediences to that universal mother, that destroyer of all evils in our life. We offer prayers to Adi Shakti Durga Mata. Om Mahadurgai Namaham. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhandra Kali Kaphalini Durgakshama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swudha Namostute. Jai Tham Devi Chamunde Jai Putharatini Harini Jai Sarvagati Devi Gariratre Namostute. Ya Devi Sarvamuteshu Vishnu Maiti Shamnita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarvamuteshu Buddhi Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shraddha Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Tushti Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Daya Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. As we pray to Mother Durga, the devotees will say, O Durga Mata, Thou art the universal mother, and we, your children, worship you in your many forms. O Ma, we see you as Buddhi, wisdom, Lakshmi, prosperity, Shakti, energy, Shraddha, faith, Shanti, peace, Tushti, contentment, and Daya, compassion. And as we pray to you, Ma, Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha, we bow to thee again and again. Devotees, we offer prayers to Mother Durga in the form of the Universal Mother, Matri Rupe. Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matri Rupena Samsita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Dehi Saubhagyam Arogyam Dehi Me Paramam Sukham Rupam Nehi Jayam Nehi Yesho Nehi Visho Jahi. At this time, devotees are requested the Kirtan group offer 2 bhajans dedicated to the Universal Mother as we continue with our puja up front.
जय 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 माता सरस्वती, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जय 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 माता सरस्वती, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। हंसवाहिनी परमासन माता, हंसवाहिनी परमासन माता, वीणा पुष्करदायिनी, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जय 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 माता सरस्वती, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। तू ही दुर्गा, तू ही काली, तू ही माता पार्वती। तू ही दुर्गा, तू ही काली, तू ही माता पार्वती। सकल जगत की पालन करनी, सकल जगत की पालन करनी, विद्या बुद्धि दायिनी, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जय 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 माता सरस्वती, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश शीर्ष सभा,
ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश शेष सब,
तेरी है गुणगान करे। हम सबका कल्याण करो माँ,
हम सबका कल्याण करो माँ, विद्या बुद्धि दायिनी, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जय 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 माता सरस्वती, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। हंसवाहिनी परमासन माता, हंसवाहिनी परमासन माता, वीणा पुष्करदायिनी, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जय 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 माता सरस्वती, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। तू स्वर्ग की देवी ये संगीत तुझसे हर शाम तेरा है हाग तुझसे। तू स्वर्ग की देवी ये संगीत तुझसे हर शाम तेरा है हाग तुझसे। हम हैं अकेले, हम हैं अधूरे, तेरे शर्म हमें प्यार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। मुनियों ने समझे, गुनियों ने जानी, वेदों की भाषा, पुराणों की बानी। मुनियों ने समझे, गुनियों ने जानी, वेदों की भाषा, पुराणों की बानी। हम भी तो समझी, हम भी तो जाने, विद्या के हमको देखा दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। तू स्वर बेरानी कमल पे विरागे, हाथों में बीना मुकुट सा पे साजे। तू स्वर बेरानी कमल पे विरागे, हाथों में बीना मुकुट सा पे सेजे। मान से हमेरे मिटाते अंधेरा, हमको उजालों के संसार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ।
प्रेम से बोलो सरस्वती माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो आदि शक्ति दुर्गा माता की जय. Go ahead and take at least a red or purple flower in your hand and a few other colors. And as they get their flowers together, devotees, we offer prayers and obediences to the most influential beings in our life. Those beings that dictate pretty much when we get out of bed and when we go to sleep. Those beings that really define what pujas are performed on what dates. Those beings that help determine the name that we're given and even the temperament that we hold from day to day. We offer prayers to the Navgraha Devata, also referred to as the 9 planets. Om Navgraha Devataya Namaham. Aham Brahma Murari Tripura Bhakari Bhanu Shashi Bhume Sutum Gurascha Guruscha Shukraha Shanirahu Ketua Sarvingraha Shanti Karam Havandu Sarvingraha Shanti Karam Havandu.
Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namaha.
Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah.
Suryaya Namah.
Suryaya Namah. Chandramaya Namah.
Chandramaya Namah. Murmaya Namah.
Chandramaya Namah. Bhumaya Namah.
Bhumaya Namah. Mudhaya Namah.
Bhumaya Namah. Buddhaya Namah.
Brahaspataya Namah.
Buddhaye Namah Brihaspataye Namah Brihaspataye Namah Shukraye Namah Brihaspataye Namah Shukraye Namah
Shanishcharaye Namah
Shukraye Namah Shanishcharaye Namah
Shukraye Namah Shanishcharaye Namah
Shanishcharaye Namah Rahave Namah
Shanishcharaye Namah Rahave Namah
Rahave Namah Ketave Namah
Rahave Namah Kitave Namah
Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaye 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 Namah
Suryaye Namah Bhaskaraye Namah
Suryaye Namah Bhaskaraye Namah
Bhaskaraye Namah Adityaye Namah
Bhaskaraye Namah Adityaye Namah
Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaye Namah
Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaye Namah
Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaye Namah Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaye Namah.
And as we continue with our prayers to the Navgraha Devata devotees, we offer prayers and obediences to that being that exists in the form of the sun and that sustainer of all life on this planet. We join together as we offer prayers to Surya Narayana. Om Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha
Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha
Hari Namaskobhyam
Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha
Suryaya Namaha
Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha
Om Prem se baro Navgraha Devata ki jai Prem se baro Surya Narayana Bhagavan ki jai. Place your flowers down in front of Surya Narayana Bhagavan. I got asked a question yesterday, devotees, and I want to make sure I make the answer readily apparent to everybody who's either watching on YouTube or here in person. So, what is one thing you specifically do not do on Ganesh Chaturthi night? Anybody know the answer? One thing you do not do. 46. That's a good answer. Close. You do not look at the moon. Do not look at the moon. There's a very specific story about this. It's wonderful because Andy has a book on it too, in which Lord Ganesh ate a little too much food. He was a little embarrassed to go out during the day, so he decided to go out during the night. Nobody was awake except for the moon. So Chandrama started making fun of Lord Ganesh, which made him feel very bad, right? Somebody's making fun of his appearance rather than who he is. So it's essentially, we talked about curses, quote unquote, or, bad omens towards different things. He said, I curse you that on this night, my birthday, nobody shall look at you. Nobody shall look at you. Nobody shall observe you. issue is, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Monday. And what do you do on Mondays? We worship which of the Navagraha Devata? Chandrama. So, caveat here is like, okay, well, we're not supposed to look at the moon, but do we still worship the moon on Mondays? Yes. The answer is yes. Very good. Do you have to be able to look at something to worship it? No. We look at representations of God all the time. We're not physically looking at God when we worship God. So tomorrow, while it's inauspicious to look at the moon, it's still auspicious to offer prayers to Chandrama. I don't want us to ignore the fact. It's weird because sometimes these things don't actually fall on these, like usually Ganesh Chaturthi doesn't fall on a Monday. But this year it does. So it's a little weird as to that understanding. So when you do your prayers tomorrow, yes, you still offer prayers to the Navagraha Devata. Yes, you still say specific prayers to Chandrama. You just don't go out and look at the moon. More or less likely it's going to be cloudy tomorrow, which is also kind of like helpful to us. Just, again, probably best just don't leave your house tomorrow. Just don't look up. Just that. You have school tomorrow night? Yeah. Just go outside and do this number. But still offer your prayers to Chandrama. You don't want to incur that sin of not offering that prayer on a Monday night. Still do your pujas, still do your prayers, just don't look up at the sky. That makes sense, everybody? Good? Copacetic? Okay. Learning things along the... If that question wasn't asked to me last night, I would have never thought about it until somebody brought it. I was like, hey, I feel like I'm sinning if I do this. No, you're not. You're good. You're fine. Don't worry about that. Go ahead and take some yellow flowers in your hands. And devotees, we join together now as we offer prayers to the most influential being in our life who offers Dharma, which is righteousness. We offer prayers to that being who maintains that Dharma in this world. We offer prayers to Lord Vishnu. Om Shri Vishnuve Namaham. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Surisham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrisham Meghavaranam Shumagam Om Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogim Hiradhyanagamyam Vanne Vishnu Bhavabhayaharam Sarvaloke Kanatam Om Sashankha Chakram Sakirita Kundhalam Sapita Vastram Sarasirudhekshanam Sahara Vakshastala Shobhikostu Bhashriyam Namami Vishnu Shirisa Chaturabhujam Namami Vishnu Shirisa Chaturabhujam. We continue by offering prayers to the seventh incarnation of Lord Vishnu. We offer prayers to Lord Rama. Om Ramaya Ramabhandrayam Ramachandraya Vidhasem Raghunataya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaham. We offer prayers to Mother Sita. Om Jagatassuta Jagajanani Janaki Attashaya Priya Karunanidaniki Aki Jukapada Kamal Manao Jasu Kripa Niramal Matipao. We offer prayers additionally to Hanuman Swami. Om Mano Jawamaruta Tulyavegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Vadishtam Vatatmajamadiriyuta Mukyam Shri Ramadutam Sharadam Prapadhe Shri Ramadutam Sharadam Prapadhe. And finally, devotees, we join together as we offer prayers to the eighth incarnation of Lord Vishnu. We offer prayers to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Om Yahara Vinne Naparara Binnam Mukhara Vinne Vinivishrayan Vatasya Patrasya Puti Shrayanam Balam Kundam Manasasmaram Balam Kundam Manasasmaram. Om Krishna Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Mukham Garoti Vachalam Banghum Langayati Girim Yet Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Om Vasudevam Sutam Jevam Kamsachanodamararanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum. At this time, devotees are requested the Kirtan group offer 2 to 3 bhajans dedicated to Lord Vishnu, his various incarnations, Mother Sita, or Hanuman Swami, as we commence with our puja up front.
Dan, can you play keyboard for me, please? मत कर तू अभिमान रे बंदे, झूठी तेरी शान रे। मत कर तू अभिमान, मत कर तू अभिमान रे बंदे, झूठी तेरी शान रे। मत कर तू अभिमान। झूठी माया झूठी काया, वो तेरा झू हरि गुण गाया।
झूठी माया झूठी काया, वो तेरा जो हर गुण गाया।
झूठी माया झूठी काया, वो तेरा झू हरि गुण गाया। जप ले हरि का नाम रे बंदे, मत कर तू अभिमान। मत कर तू अभिमान रे बंदे, ज्योति तेरी शान रे। मत कर तू अभिमान।
मत कर तू अभिमान
रे बंदे,
ज्योति तेरी शान रे। मत कर तू अभिमान।
तेरे जैसे लाखों आए, लाखों इस माती ने काए। तेरे जैसे लाखों आए, लाखों इस माती ने काए। रहना नाम निशान रे बंदे, मत कर तू अभिमान। मत कर तू अभिमान रे बंदे, ज्योति तेरी शान रे। मत कर तू अभिमान। माया का अंधकार निराला, बाहर उजला भीतर काला। माया का अंधकार निराला, बाहर उजला भीतर काला। इसको तू पहचान रे बंदे, मत कर तू अभिमान। मत कर तू अभिमान रे बंदे, ज्योति तेरी शान रे। मत कर तू अभिमान। तेरे पास है हीरे मोती, मेरे मन मंदिर में ज्योति, तेरे पास है हीरे मोती। मेरे मन मंदिर में ज्योति, कौन हुआ धनवान रे बंदे, मत कर तू अभिमान, मत कर तू अभिमान रे बंदे, ज्योति तेरी शान रे, मत कर तू अभिमान, मत कर तू अभिमान, मत कर तू अभिमान।
कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है। कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है। ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है। यशोर जिनकी मैया है, नंद जी बापैया है।
यशोर जिनकी मैया है, नंद जी बापैया है।
ऐसे श्री गोपाल को,
ऐसे श्री गोपाल को
बारंबार प्रणाम है,
बारंबार प्रणाम है।
कृष्ण
जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है।
जिनकी गैया है, कृष्ण जी कन्हैया है। राधा जिनकी गैया है, कृष्ण जी कन्हैया है। ऐसे श्री घनश्याम को,
ऐसे श्री घनश्याम को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है।
कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल
जिनका ज्ञान है। लूत लूत दही माखन खायो,
ग्वाल बाल संग
देन चरायो।
ऐसे लीला
ऐसे लीला राम को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है।
कृष्ण जिनका
का नाम है, गोकुल जिनका नाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है।
हरे रामा
हरे रामा राम राम
हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम राम
हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे।
ऐसी लागी लगन, ऐसी लागी लगन, मीरा हो गए मगन, वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी। ऐसी लागी लगन, मीरा हो गए मगन, वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी। ऐसी लागी लगन, मीरा हो गए मगन। महलों में पली बन के जोगन चली, महलों में पली बन के जोगन चली, मीरा रानी दीवानी कहाने लगी। ऐसी लागी लगन, मीरा हो गए मगन, वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी। ऐसी लागी लगन, मीरा हो गए मगन। कोई रोके नहीं, कोई टोके नहीं, मीरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी। कोई रोके नहीं, कोई टोके नहीं, मीरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी। बैठे संतों के संग रंगी मोहन के रंग, मीरा प्रेमी प्रीतम को मनाने लगी। वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी। ऐसी लागी लगन, मीरा हो गए मगन, वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी। ऐसी लागी लगन, मीरा हो गए मगन। राणा ने विष दिया, मनो अमृत पिया, मीरा सागर में सरिता समाने लगी। राणा ने विष दिया मानो अमृत पिया, मीरा सागर में सरिता समाने लगी। दुख लाखों सहे मुख से गोविंद कहे, मीरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी। वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी। ऐसी लागी लगन मीरा हो गए मगन, ऐसी लागी लगन मीरा हो गए मगन।
ओम प्रेम से बोलो विष्णु भगवान की जय, प्रेम से बोलो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, प्रेम से बोलो सीता माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो हनुमान स्वामी की जय, प्रेम से बोलो कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। Go ahead and take some purple flowers in your hands. And at this time, devotees, we join together as we offer prayers to that universal Father and that universal Guru, to that destroyer of all evils in our life and in this universe. We join together as we offer prayers to Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Om संसार सारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारण्ये भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि, भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। You'll take your flowers and head over to the lingam. Place your flowers over on the lingam, and Mahendra will guide you through puja towards the Shiva lingam. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Brahma Murari Surarjidhalingam Nirmana Bhasida Shomhidhalingam Janama Jaduka Vinashakalingam At Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Tat
Pranamami Sada Shivalingam
Brahmamurari Surarjitalingam
Nirmana Bhashita Shobhitalingam Janama Jaduka Vinashakalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam
Devamuni
Pravarajjitalingam Kamadaham Karunakaralingam
Ravana Darpa Vinasha
शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं
सुलेपितलिङ्गं बुद्धिविवर्धनकारणलिङ्गं
सिंहसुरासुरवन्दितलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं मणिभूषितलिङ्गं पनिपतिवेशितशोभितलिङ्गं लक्षविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं कुम्कुमचन्दनलेपितलिङ्गं पङ्कजहारसशोभितलिङ्गं सन्नचितपापविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं
चित्तसेवितलिङ्गं
भवभक्तिविवेरचलिङ्गं दिनकरकोटिप्रभाकरलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् अष्टदलोपरिवेशितलिङ्गं सर्वसमुद्भावकारणलिङ्गम् अष्टधरीन्द्रविनाशितलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं
तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं पूजितलिङ्गं सुरवनपुष्पसदार्चितलिङ्गं
परं परमाकरलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम्
अश्निकन्निरं पुण्यं यः पते शिवसन्निधौ शिवलोकमवाप्नुरति शिवेन सह मूर्ति ॐ नमः शिवाय।
जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी, जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, सब जग के हितकारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी। निश दिन तेरा ध्यान सिमरो मंत्र तिहारा। हे शिव शंकर मंत्र जगाओ, होए घट उजियारा। नमामि शंकर नमामि शंकर, नमामि शंकर नमामि शंकर। कृपा करो त्रिपुरारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी। शंखनाद से शब्द जगाकर स्वर संगीत बहाया। युग युग से ये सृष्टि नाते ऐसा डमरू बजाया। तेरी याद भुला के जग में, तेरे याद भुला के जग में, दुख पावे संसारी। जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी। तीनों ताप हरण कर लेता ये त्रिशूल तिहारा। तेरा नाम जपे से जग में मिलता मुक्ति द्वारा। महादेव परब्रह्म विधाता, महादेव परब्रह्म विधाता। आई शरण तिहारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी। जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर, जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर। सब जग के हितकारी, जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी। जय भोला भंडारी शिव हर, जय भोला भंडारी।
ओम नमः शिवाय, 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 ओम नमः शिवाय। गिरजा जय गिरजापति दीन दयाला, सदा करत संतन प्रतिपाला। जय गिरजापति दीन दयाला, सदा करत सनतन प्रतिपाला। बालचंद्रमा सोहत नीके, कानन कुंडल नागपनी के। जय गिरजापति दीन दयाला, सदा करत संतन प्रतिपाला। अंग गौर शिर गंग बहाई मुंड माल तन चार लगाए अंग गौर शिर गंग बहाई मुंड माल तन चार लगाए वस्त्र काल भग अंबर सोहे छवि को देख नाग मुनि मोहे जय गिरजापति दीन दयाला सदा करत संतन प्रतिपाला बालचंद्रमा सोहत नीकी कानन कुंडल नागपनी के मैना मातु की अभी दुलारी बाम अंग सोहत शवन्यारी ओम नमः शिवाय 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 जय गिरजापति दीन दयाला सदा करत सनतिन प्रतिपाला बालचंद्रमा सोहत नीकी कानन कुंडल पानिकनी के जय गिरजापति दीन दयाला सदा करत संतन प्रतिपाला ओम नमः शिवाय 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 ओम नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
Give Auntie a microphone. Come here.
ओम
Give a microphone.
You're going to help me. And we're going to sing that. Namo Mahadeva Shambho. Namo Sada Shiva Om. Jai Parameshwar, Jai Bhavaneshwar, Jai Shiva Shankara Om. Namo Mahadeva Shambho. Namo Sada Shiva Om. Jai Parameshwar, Jai Bhuvaneshwar, Jai Shiva Shankara Om. Bhavani Shankara Uma Maheshwara, Girija Shankara Om.
Bhavani Shankara
शंकर उमा महेश्वर गिरिजा शंकर ओम जय पर्यंकर जय पीतांबर जय शिव शंकर ओम जय पर्यंकर जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर ओम नमो महादेव शंभो नमो सदा शिव ओम जय परमेश्वर जय बहनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम हर हर महादेव गौरी मनोहर हर शिव शंकर ओम हर हर महादेव गौरी मनोहर हर शिव शंकर ओम दुख हर लेकर सिख बर देकर जय शिव शंकर ओम नमो महादेव शंभो नमो सदा शिव ओम जय परमेश्वर जय बहनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम पार्वती शंकर गंगा कटाधर करुणा शंकर ओम पार्वती शंकर गंगा कटाधर करुणा शंकर ओम नीलकंठ सर अखिलेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम महादेव शंभो नमो सदा शिव ओम जय परमेश्वर जय बहनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम जय शिव शंकर नटराज सुंदर हर हर शंकर ओम जय शिव शंकर नटराज सुंदर हर हर शंकर ओम जय डमरुवर जय कैलेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम नमो महादेव शंभो नमो सदा शिव ओम जय परमेश्वर जय बहनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम जय शिव शंकर ओम जय शिव शंकर ओम
Shiva Devotees, we offer this next prayer for all those suffering from various illnesses, diseases, injuries, and ailments. We ask that they may have a fast, speedy, and full recovery. We also offer a prayer for those transitioning from this world to the next. May their passage be a smooth and tranquil. Om Trayambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushni Vardhanam Urvarokamiva Bandhanat Mrityurmukshyo Mamrutat Om Trayambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushni Vardhanam Urvarokamiva Bandhanat Mrityurmukshyo Mamrutat Om Trayambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarokamiva Bandhanat Mrityurmukshyo Mamrutat Om Ganganapataye Namaha Om Kartikeya Namaha Om Nandishwaraya Namaha Vasukiye Namaha Om Shri Sambhasaram Shivaya Namaha Prem se bolo Shiva Shankar Bhagwan ki jai. Devotees, for all of us who have a guru, we offer prayer to our guru. If not, we take Lord Shiva in our mind, or any devata we so choose as our universal guru, as we join together and pray. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurue Namaha. Om Dhyanam Moolam Gurur Murti Puja Moolam Gurur Param Mantra Moolam Guru Namakyam Moksha Moolam Gurur Kripar Prem Se Moro Guru Neo Ki Jai. Devotees, for all those who have prasad of Chirawe, I ask that you please come forth at this time. Let's try to hand out some flowers and some tulsi to everyone. Alright, good. We'll hold everything in both hands. Make sure it's not touching your clothes or the floor or anything. And we offer the prasad to Bhagwan with the following prayers. Om Naivedyam Grahitam Deva Bhakti me chalam kuru Ipsitame varam ne Paratraha parangatim Om idam palam maya deva Snapitam purastavam Tiname sapalavaptir bhavich chanmani chanmani Om sarva papa haram divyam Gangeyam nirmalam jalam Achmanam maya raktam Grahetam purushottamam. Offer your prasad to the altar.
आओ बोगल गाओ प्यारे आओ बोगल गाओ प्यारे मोहन आओ बोगल गाओ प्यारे मोहन आओ बोगल गाओ प्यारे मोहन बिलीने की बैन सुदाम के तुंदुल बिलीने की बैन सुदाम के तुंदुल रुचि रुचि बोगल गाओ प्यारे मोहन आओ बोगल गाओ प्यारे मोहन आओ बोगल गाओ प्यारे मोहन दुर्योधन की मेवा त्यागे दुर्योधन की मेवा त्यागे साग विदुर गर कायो प्यारे मोहन आओ बोगल गाओ प्यारे मोहन आओ बोगल गाओ प्यारे मोहन जो कोई तुमरा बोगल गावे जो कोई तुमरा बोगल गावे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे प्यारे मोहन आओ बोगल गाओ प्यारे मोहन आओ बोगल गाओ प्यारे मोहन ऐसा बोगल गावे प्यारे मोहन ऐसा बोगल गावे प्यारे मोहन सब अमृत हो जाए प्यारे मोहन आओ बोगल गाओ प्यारे मोहन आओ बोगल गाओ प्यारे मोहन जो कोई ऐसा बोगल गावे जो कोई ऐसा भोग को खावे सब अमृत हो जाए प्यारे मोहन आओ बोगल गाओ 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 प्यारे मोहन राम रसिया मेरो मन बसिया रुचि रुचि बोगल गाओ रसिया राम रसिया मेरो मन बसिया रुचि रुचि बोगल गाओ रसिया राम रसिया मेरो मन बसिया रुचि रुचि बोगल गाओ रसिया.
At this time, devotees, we all join together as we commence in chanting our Howard mantra. Om Agni Mili Purohitam Yagyasya Devamretvajam
Otaramranadatamam
Agni Devaya Namah. Om Prajapate
Swaha Idam Prajapatiram Namah
Om Indraya
Swaha
Idam Indraya Idam Namah Om Agnay
Swaha
Idam Agnay Idam Namah Om Somaya
Swaha
Idam Somaya Idam Namah Om Bhu
Swaha
Idam Agnay Idam Namah Om Bhuva
Swaha
Idam Vayu Idam Namah Om Swaha
Swaha
Idam Suryaya Idam Namah Om Suryaya Namah
Swaha
Idam Suryaya Idam Namah Om Chandraya Namah
Swaha
Idam Chandraya Idam Namah Om Bhaumaya Namah
Swaha
Idam Bhaumaya Idam Namah Om Buddhaya Namah
Swaha
Idam Buddhaya Idam Namah Om Brihaspati Namah
Swaha
Idam Brihaspati Idam Namah Om Shukraya Namah
Swaha
Idam Shukraya Idam Namah Om Shanishcharaya Namah
Swaha
Idam Shanishcharaya Idam Namah Om Rahave Namah
Swaha
Idam Rahave Idam Namah Om Ketave Namah
Swaha
Idam Ketave Idam Namah Om Ganeshaya Namah
Swaha
Mahagauriye Namah
Swaha
Mahasaraswati Namah
Swaha
Mahalakshmiye Namah
Swaha
Om Mahadurgaye Namah
Swaha
Om Guruye Namah
Swaha
Om Brahmane Namah
Swaha
Om Vishnuve Namah
Swaha
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Swaha
Om Ramaya Namah
Swaha
Om Sitaye Namah
Swaha
Om Hanumate Namah
Swaha
Om Krishnaya Namah
Swaha
Om Shivaya Namah
Swaha
Om Sarvebhyo Devebhyo Namah
Swaha.
For this next one, we say Swadha with a D. Om Sarvebhyo Pitribhyo Namaha.
Swadha.
Perfect. Om Bhuri Bhuva Swa Tatsavithurvarenyam Bhargone Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat.
Swaha.
Om Bhuri Bhuva Swa Tatsavithurvarenyam Bhargone Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat.
Swaha.
Bhuri Bhuva Swa
तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा.
Take everything together and please stand as we commence with Puranahuti. Is there, I don't know. Ishin, can you check and see if there's a palm leaf over here, please, in the black tray? Just give it to Uncle Barry and Auntie Tara. Om Purnamada Purnaminam Purnata Purnamadachyati Purnasya Purnamaraya Purnameva Vashishyati Om Murhanam Nivotating Pritibhyam Viswanaramrata Ajhatamaganim Kavhingvam Samrajatitim Jananam Asana Patram Chanyam Deva Swaha Om Sarvam Gvai Puranagvam Swaha Om Sarvam Gvai Puranagvam Swaha Om Sarvam Gvai Puranagvam Swaha. We take blessings from Agnita Devata. Om Tanabhaganesi Tanvame Pahi Om Aryoragani Sadyuramenihi Om Varacho Uganesi Varachumenihi Om Agneyan Vitanva Uranam Tanma Puruna Om Tejavasi Tejamainehi Om Viryamasi Viryamainehi Om Balamasi Balamainehi Om Ojavasi Ojamainehi Om Manyurasi Manyumainehi Om Sahvasi Sahomainehi Om Shantirastu Pushtirastu Vritirastu Yatapapram Tatirmastu Dvipare Chatushpare Surashantiram Bhavatu. We offer some achmanim, some water. Om Sarva Papaharam Dibyam Angayam Yaramalam Jalam Achmanamaya Grihetam Purushotamam Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Prem Svarognya Devata Ki Jai. I'll let you guys go ahead and clean up, and for the interest of time, I'm going to hop right into performing the sermon, just because we're already at a quarter till. Okay. Okay. No, it's okay.
न बजिया वेद क्या देखे, न बजिया वेद क्या देखे, मुझे दिल की बीमारी है, मुझे दिल की बीमारी है। मुझे दिल की बीमारी है। न बजिया वेद क्या देखे, कभी कपरोग बतलाए, कभी तासीर गर्मी कोए, कभी कबरोग बतलाए, कभी तासीर गर्मी के, जिगर का हाल तो मेरा, जिगर का हाल तो मेरा, न जाने तू अनारी है, मुझे दिल की बीमारी है, मुझे दिल की बीमारी है। न बजिया वेद क्या देखे, सनम की मोहनी मूरत बसी दिल बीच में मेरा, सनम की मोहनी मूरत बसी दिल बीच में मेरा, न मन में चैन है तन की, न मन में चैन है तन की, खबर सारी बीमारी है, मुझे दिल की बीमारी है, मुझे दिल की बीमारी है। न बजिया वेद क्या देखे, अगर दीदार को मेरे मिलावे तू कभी मुझसे, अगर दीदार को मेरे मिलावे तू कभी मुझसे, वो ब्रह्मानंद गुण तेरा, वो ब्रह्मानंद गुण तेरा, करूँ मैं यादगारी है, मुझे दिल की बीमारी है, मुझे दिल की बीमारी है। न बजिया वेद क्या देखे, न बजिया वेद क्या देखे, मुझे दिल की बीमारी है, 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 मुझे दिल की बीमारी है।
Oh, yeah. Thank you for entertaining us. I was having fun. Devotees, before we commence with our sermon for today, I ask that we all offer prayers to the Lord Ganesh to remove any obstacles that may exist within our way that prevent us from learning this material. We offer prayers to Mother Saraswati as well, so that we may turn this knowledge into wisdom. And we offer prayers to our gurus who laid the paths before us to be able to sit down here today to learn from the scriptures. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kurumini Va Sarvakarishu Sarvana Om Saraswati Namastumyam Vadare Kamarupini Vidyarambam karishyami siddhirabhavatu me sada. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Deo Maheshwara. Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Prem se Bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai. Prem se Bolo Saraswati Mata ki jai. Prem se Bolo Gurudev ki jai. Bhagavatam Puran Shrimad Bhagavatam Puran
Bhagavatam Purnam Srimad Bhagavatam Purnam
Bhagavatam Puran Shrimad Bhagavatam Puran
Bhagavatam Purnam Srimad Bhagavatam Purnam
Bhagavatam Shri Bhagavatam Shrimad Bhagavatam Puran
Bhagavatam Shri Bhagavatam Srimad Bhagavatam Purnam
Bhagavatam Puran Shrimad Bhagavatam Puran
Bhagavatam Purnam Srimad Bhagavatam Purnam.
My question for you, devotees, is have you ever seen anything so beautiful in your life that it made you start crying? Yeah, that's the only time it's ever happened to me. I've seen numerous sunsets, numerous picturesque views. We've gone hiking in different places. Serena and I have traveled the world, but the one time I cried at the one thing that was so beautiful was when Andy was born. That was the only time I've ever seen something beautiful and I started crying. So last time in the Srimad Bhagavat Puran, we heard about Lord Brahma performing penance. And after he performed penance, the Absolute Lord helped him create a universe, a splendid universe. And what does it say here in verse 18? And what chapter are we in again? Chapter 9 of Book 2 of the Srimad Bhagavat Puran. The creator of the universe, Lord Brahma, was overwhelmed by the sight of what was created. With his heart full of ecstasy and his body full of divine love, bowed down with tears in his eyes before the lotus feet of the Lord that constitutes the path followed by the great liberated souls. What happened here? He performed penance. He was given something in return, and that something that he was given was more than he could have ever asked for. I think that's what charity work and that's what work towards other living beings does for us personally. There's a sense of, I think, overwhelming happiness that we attain by doing true good for other people. Who here has ever volunteered at a shelter, or who here has ever done any sorts of volunteer work just to preserve nature or the areas around us? We don't go doing it looking to feel good. We do it for the act of kindness and the acts that we need to do for the earth. But what do you get from that? How do you feel afterwards? You tend to feel good. That shouldn't be the ultimate goal, but you perform your penance, you perform your sacrifice, and there's a good positive energy that comes from that. Seeing him present before him, the Lord deemed the worthy, great scholar suitable for creating, in line with his control, the lives of all living beings. Mildly smiling, he, very pleased, shook his hands with his partner in divine love and addressed the beloved one with enlightening words. The Supreme Lord then addressed Brahma, and he said, as opposed to the penance of ones who are falsely unified, I am most pleased with the prolonged penance, the penance by which the Vedic knowledge has accumulated in you, who desires to create. So he references two kinds of people who perform penance, those who falsely perform penance and those who truly perform penance. So when we say penance, remember, penance means that we're giving our time, energy, and soul to something. Now, can we falsely perform penance? Yeah, I think social media has destroyed that for us, to be quite honest. Watching somebody go out and do an act of kindness for other people for what? For the good of people? What are they doing it for? Content, views, likes. That's all money for them. I feel like the word penance has been destroyed over time, and we see this more as we get into Kali Yuga. False penance is a sin on our soul. If we're doing something for the wrong reasons, don't even bother doing it. Don't even bother doing it. There's right penance, though. There's right penance. How many of you know what I've done this week? I came to church. I went and helped with a wedding. Have I told you every single detail? Have I told you that last night I went to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and I woke up at 6 to start praying and then I got here today? No. I perform my penance on my own because it's what I need to do. But I'm not going to go brag about it. I'm not going to post about it on social media. I'm not going to make, an Instagram story, a Snapchat. I'm not going to TikTok about how great my sacrifices are. Because my sacrifices are my own, for my own, and for the reasons that I'm doing them. Not for everybody else to obtain. Not for everybody else to see. Not for everybody else to applaud me for. That's where we find humility. So the Supreme Lord says that. And he says, ask me, giver of all benediction, whatever favor you wish, O Brahma, for the ultimate success of everyone's penances is to see me finally. He's being very well rewarded. Brahma performed penance. Not only did he get a world created for him to help him assist in creation further, but the universal Lord is saying, what do you want? Your penances were so great. Ask me whatever favor. Ask me for whatever favor you want. You would think that creating a world was enough, but it wasn't. The Lord was saying, give me more, I'll give you more. You obtain this enviable perception of my abode because you submissively listened when you in seclusion were of the highest penance. It was me who told you to do the penance when you were perplexed in your duty. That penance is my very heart and soul. That is what I am for the one who is engaged in it, O sinless one. I create that penance, I maintain the cosmos by that penance, and I withdraw it again by that penance. My power is found in severe penance. So where is the blessings from the Lord attained from? We already said the word like 12 times. And penance. What is another word for penance? It also starts with a P. Prayer. Somebody said, is that what you said? Yeah, Ishan, gold star. Prayer. Prayer is penance. Sit down here. Pray to Bhagwan. Don't ask for anything, but perform that sacrifice on your own. Do good for the mankind for the sake of doing good for mankind. Don't look for anything in the end. You find me through the sacrifices and the penance that you make, not only towards worshiping, but towards the good of others. So he said, what is it that you need to know? I created penance. You worship me through penance. What is it else that you want to know? What is it else that I can do for you? I'm going to give you a favor. So what do you think Lord Brahma asked for? Think he asked for millions of dollars? Do you think he asked for any superpower he could think of? Do you think he asked for a cup of water? I would have asked for a cup of panchamrit. I don't know about you. Any favor from God. Limitless potential. You're asking the absolute. The absolute God is coming down and saying, I'm going to do anything for you. So what does Lord Brahma ask? He says, O Supreme Lord of all living beings, you are the director seated in the heart, who by your superior intelligence, not to stop by anyone, knows about all endeavors. You know about everything, is what he says. Nevertheless, I ask you, O Lord, to please fulfill my desire to know how you, despite being formless, can exist in the beyond on the one hand, while you descend in your form as we know it on the other hand. So what does Lord Brahma ask for? Essentially, he doesn't ask for anything physical. He asks for knowledge. What makes us better people? The lessons we learn and the knowledge we obtain and how we convert that knowledge into wisdom. I think that should be an absolute goal for everyone. And how do you, from yourself and by means of yourself, by uniting your own material energy, manage to exact your different potencies in the manner of evolving, maintaining, and annihilating? O Madhava, O Master of all energies, please make me understand how you, just like a spider weaving its web, with determination infallibly play your game of investing your energies in all of that. I pray that in learning from you as my teacher of example, by your mercy acting as your instrument, I, despite creating all the lives of living beings, that way never may be caught in material attachments. O Lord, like a friend behaves with a friend, you, with your handshake, have accepted me for creating the different lives of the living entities. O unborn one, I hope that I, because of all who serving you, undisturbed, saw the light of the world, will never be caught in pride and ignorance. I need the knowledge to know how you can manifest yourself yet also exist in the unmanifest world and not have attachments. How can you exist here and not have attachments? Go ahead and light them. That's a great question. How do you exist without having attachments? Who here doesn't have any attachments? Anybody? Anybody? Nobody? Who here has attachments? We all do. You want to know what I'm attached to? The fact that my car has a low pressure tire indicator and I can't stop thinking about that. You know what else I'm attached to? I'm attached to my child. I'm excited because she's been with my mom and dad and my family for the last couple of days. I haven't seen her. Bella's been boarded, but I'm so attached. That's all I've been thinking about all day, having the two of them home. All four of us just, living. We all have attachments. So how do you manifest on this world? Do all the things that you do, but yet stay unmanifest, stay unattached to all the material things. The Supreme Lord said, the knowledge acquired about me is something that you will find out next week for our regular Sunday morning satsang. Prem se Bolo Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki jai. Devotees, may we all please stand for final arti. I got to keep you coming back for more.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो द्वावे पल पावे दुख विनसे मन का स्वामी दुख विनसे मन का सुख
संपत्ति करे आवे सुख संपत्ति करे आवे
कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण कहूँ जिसकी स्वामी शरण कहूँ जिसकी तुम बिन और न दूजा तुम बिन और न दूजा आस करो जिसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा तुम स्वामी तुम पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी
ओम
जय जगदीश हरे तुम
करुणा
के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता मैं मूर्ख कलकामी मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी कृपा करो बरता ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम हो एक गोचर सबके प्राणपति स्वामी सबके प्राणपति Kesavidamilodayamaya Kesavidamilodayamaya Tumako me kumati Om Jai Jagadish Hare Dina Bandhu Dukha Harata Tumara Rakshaka mere Swami Tumara Rakshaka mere Apne हाथ उठाओ अपने हाथ उठाओ द्वार पर तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन के सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे तन मन धन सब कुछ तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा तेरा तुझको अर्पण तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे भजले भजले सीताराम मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम 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 भजले भजले ओम का नाम मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम भजले भजले ओम का नाम मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो
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 गोविंद Bolo Hari Gopal Bolo.
Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo.
Radha Damana Hari Govinda Bolo.
Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Bolo.
Radha Damana Hari Govinda Bolo.
Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Bolo.
Govinda Bolo Hari Gopal Bolo.
Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo.
Govinda Bolo Hari Gopal Bolo.
Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo.
Govinda Bolo Hari Gopal Bolo.
At this time, devotees, I request that we all join together in chanting our closing prayers by starting off by clasping our hands and closing our eyes. We take a deep breath in, fill your lungs all the way as much as you can, and as you control your exhale, relax your spine, relax and drop your shoulders, relax your neck, relax the top of your head and your legs. Every single part of your body. Just remain calm and relaxed. I want you to void your mind of any worldly thoughts, any material things, anything that may be causing you stress, distress, and instead I want you to focus on a form of Bhagwan that's most pleasing to you. One that helps you concentrate, focus, and maintain devotion. And join together with me as we chant our closing prayers. Om Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu Sarvesham Shanti Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Om Sarve Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschita Dukhabhang Bhaveda Om Mantrahinam Griyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardanam Yetya Pujatam Maya Niva Paripurnam Dharastu Me Papoham Papu Karmaham Papo Atma Papu Sambhava Trahi Mabundari Kaksham Sarva Papo Haro Hari Om Dhameva Matas Chapitha Tvameva Tvameva Bandhus Jasakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyadravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Asatoma Sangamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Mritam Gamaya Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Devotees, may we all please bow. Om Gurura Brahma Gurura Vishnu Gurura Deo Maheshwara Gurura Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Om Dham Shantir Antariksham Om Shantir Prithvi Shantir Apa Shantir Aushadheya Shantir Vanaspati Shantir Vishwadeva Shantir Brahma Shantir Sarvegvam Shantir Shantireva Shanti Sama Shanti Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Prem se bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Durga Mata ki Prem se bolo Vishnu Bhagwan ki Prem se bolo Shiva Shankar Bhagwan ki Prem se bolo Shiva Shakti Mandir ki Prem se bolo Sanatana Dharma ki. Good. And with this, devotees, we have come to the end of our Sunday morning satsang. Again, today is September 17th, 2023. And guess what? The sun came out. We started off cloudy, and God heard us. He's like, light shine down on you. So that's great. But again, thank you all for being here today. I really appreciate it. And for those of you who are watching via YouTube, I appreciate you tuning in as well. Mahendra, do we have anybody who is chatting? Auntie Zandra, Sita Ram, Auntie Zandra. Very dedicated. I love that she's so dedicated. Sita Ram, Auntie Zandra. Devotees, just a few announcements in regards to events that are coming up tomorrow, which I've mentioned already, September 18th, the Shri Ganesh Chaturthi. We will not be doing service here just because I have a mandate that I have to go back into the office. So there's no physical way for me to get to the office, get my stuff, get back here, and start on time. So I will be doing a live service starting at 7 o'clock tomorrow night for Ganesh Chaturthi via the YouTube channel. So it's not going to be pre-recorded. It's going to be live. It'll probably be me and Bella. So don't be scared if you see a black creature just dart across the screen, because that's Bella. I like to think that her favorite god is Ganesh just because that's the one she always goes to. But that's just me thinking. So I will be live tomorrow to celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi. I'll be singing some songs. We'll have some prayers. If anybody wants to record a song or record anything and send it in to me before tomorrow at 5 o'clock, because I need some time to edit it and upload it, you are more than welcome to do so. That'd be wonderful just to hear well wishes. It doesn't have to be a song. You could record Jai Sita Ram, everybody. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi. I would just like to have some more representation other than my big head on a screen. So that is just a kind request. But that is tomorrow, again, September 18th. And then at the end of this month, devotees, starting on Friday, September 29th, marks the period known as Pitra Paksh. September 29th all the way until October 14th. Pitra Paksh is for our ancestors. Ancestral worship is extremely important in Sanatana Dharma, and I feel it's a dying practice. And why do I say that? What are you supposed to do before any religious work? Tarpan. Worship your ancestors. How many of us on a regular basis do tarpan? We're supposed to do it before any religious work. So if you sit here for Sunday morning service, you're supposed to do tarpan. If you do a puja at home, you're supposed to do tarpan. If we do a special occasion here at Mandir, everybody's supposed to do tarpan. So I think it's a little bit of a dying practice because it's not something we adhere to as strictly as we should. We should, but it's not something that we do all the time. So if you have your own personal puja, you should be doing tarpan. But this is a very auspicious period in the sense that if you've missed it throughout the entire year, you now have a period in which you can offer prayers and worship to your ancestors. Do you have to do tarpan every day? Absolutely not. What do you have to do, though? You have to take a cup of water, a little bit of Ganga Jal, and a spoonful of till. Till is black sesame seeds. You face towards the south. You pour. Are you waiting on me? Yes. Thank you. You face towards the south. You pour that till, the till with the water and the Ganga Jal, towards the south. South is the area for Yamraj, Yamlok. And what do you say? Om Pitri Bhyo Namaha. Just repeat that until the cup is empty. It's as simple as that. You know how long that takes? No more than a minute. 2 if you're being overzealous. We can all take 2 minutes out of our day every morning before we go to work to offer some ancestral worship or something towards our ancestors. So that is going to be every day from September 29th all the way until the 14th. And starting during that time period, devotees, when we come into Mandir, I will have till, I will have water, and before we start our puja, we will all face the south, outside, or maybe in here with a little tray. We will pour that till, and we will all join together and sing Om Pitri Bhyo Namaha. Yes. Exactly. Thank you. And that's very important too, because when we do tarpan for people who have passed away and we start doing the tarpan, go, what's the name of your uncle? I don't know. We call him Jalebi. So I have to say, Om Ayushman Jalebi Namaha, Tasmai Swadhanama, Tasmai Swadhanama, Tasmai Swadhanama. So it's important to know those names of those people who have shaped our lives and those people who are related to us. So very good point, Dr. Danny. Thank you for that. But we will be doing that here in the Mandir. I'm not going to talk about any other events other than the fact that Ganesh Chaturthi is tomorrow and Pitra Paksh is from the 29th of this month all the way to October 14th. And then after that, we move into the period of Navratri. We'll talk about that a little bit later. That's the only announcement I want to make, devotees. That's the only thing I want to make sure that we're all aware of. Again, thank you all for your time today. Thank you for being here to worship and join together as we praise Bhagwan together. I hope you have a wonderful, happy, healthy, safe week. And I will see you all next Sunday for our regular Sunday morning satsang. Don't satsang. Jai Sita Ram, everyone. I will now hand the microphone over to my godson, who is our president in training, and one of my favorite people in our world, our president in training, for a few more announcements.
Ram Ram. I don't think there's any birthdays left from any time at this point. Didi's next week, Anna. Guys, we have a 4-day week for those still in school. Sorry about that. It's a beautiful day out. If you want to get outside, I saw a couple ants. It was bad when we walked in. It's cooled down a lot, so you don't have to worry about that. With that, I'll pass it over to Jack.
Mom, last week was a hard week because we had a game and we lost. But here's the thing. We only had 1 point on the scoreboard, but the guest named Buford had like 6, but then the score was like 6, 3, 2, and 1, so we lost. So what happened to my chin was like I bumped in over there, and then like my lips started kind of bleeding. So that's how it happened. No, I won't. What are you laughing at? At my chin? You seriously? Seriously now? You have a good week. You had to be seriously now. Seriously now?